All right, guys. So this happens every so often. These markets will humble you, and that's what happened to me overnight. Um, Today, I just want to kind of go over trades that I missed, trades that went against me, um, and just kind of go through all that. This is my list for what I'm looking at this week. Um, but there's a couple of these that are super important to me right now. I've got a base position built out. Um, Regarding USDCAD. Um, I've got 1% loss from pivot entry here. I was hoping would pull back and drop in. It did not work out that way, which is fine. Um, but I've got a couple other trades that are currently on, and they were in danger of maybe getting stopped out if it got up there, right? They're still in danger, depending on what happens next um, with the price action. Felt very confident that we were going to ride this down the right side of the pyramid. Um, that's my whole strategy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Right now, it's definitely going against me. I'm hoping that it'll come back and stair step down the way I want it to. We'll see what happens with that. I'm going to have to just watch price action and cut it if it's time to cut it. Just fine. Just not really what I wanted to see. Euro USD, man. So in this position, I actually got out at 1.2. I had an original profit target at uh, about 2%. So missed out on that, and then there was a huge drop off um, as this triangle pattern started to narrow. It actually dropped off. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. I've always identified triangles as a time for compression and then a spring big move down or up. Um, for some reason, I did not expect this to go down. I was expecting for it to move up and then have an opportunity to trade a pullback maybe. Um, but yeah, it just fell off the face of the earth, so I missed even more of a profit that coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? Could have been had there. So that was pretty frustrating. And the one that was the most frustrating here, CHF JPY. Um, I drew this in right before I pushed record, but um, yeah, you guys know for a while I was trying to shape up a long play here, playing on this daily trend line, pullback entry type of thing. Never happened, which is fine. It broke that trend line, so then I said, okay, let me trade a pullback. We had this first pullback, not really an entry point, drop down, and then another pullback. So we got a double bottom kind of forming here, but it is a lower high, and an opportunity to have taken that quick, just a quick little, maybe a one-to-one type of trade. Probably not. Um, but I feel like there was an entry here that I should have been disciplined and paying attention for. But instead, at 4 o'clock, I could see this bar and I slept on this. So I saw this much of the trade um, all the way to the right here. So you got to pay attention to this. This is where I was making my decisions on what I was going to shape up for the next day, right? If I was making my decisions based on this, maybe a couple hours in. So this is at, I want to make sure I'm accurate, 8 o'clock last night. Yeah, maybe I could have got in there. So that it's a lesson, man. It's a lesson. This forex stuff is timing. Depending on where you see the chart is depending on what opportunities you're going to see. Obviously, I don't want to overtrade, but at the same time, I feel bad whenever I miss opportunities that are pretty clear. Um, this wouldn't have been a big trade, but it was a quick in and out, and that uh, counterbalances the loss I caught on USDCAD, right? Um, Another thing I want to give fair warning about is revenge trading. Don't want to do that either. Um, so yeah, those couple opportunities that I missed, um, And that happens. That's part of the trading game, and I accept that. At the same time, I want to be, I don't have to be perfect, but I want to be as close to um, being the best version of taking opportunities that I see that I can be. So for me right now, that means my timing game needs to get a little bit tighter. Um, my scenarios need to play out a little bit further, especially USCD. CAD is what I think about, and then Euro USD. I drew this in, and I don't think I really had it in my mind um, clear how I could have benefited from understanding the move ahead of time, right? That's a big part of it. And I preach all the time, see the fastball, hit the fastball, all that good stuff. But, you know, if you know that the fastball's coming, what are you going to do when it's on the outside of the plate? What are you going to do if it's down the middle? What are you going to do if it's inside? Um, have a game plan. Why wouldn't? Especially when you can identify this pitch coming. So I knew it was coming. Yeah. So that's all I got for you guys. Just remember, the markets will humble you. In this situation, I missed out on some profit, which isn't quite as bad as losing money, obviously. But I would say it's a close second. Um, and then the opportunity of not even making money here, that would be a close third, I guess. Anyways, yeah, just kind of feeling a little bit rattled, got it out, and now it's time to look at the charts with fresh eyes and make sure that does not happen moving forward. Plot out my trades a little bit better.